We haven't pushed it too far, but we pushed it far enough that you can still open it and still walk around. Countertop space, but also this way we can actually have this beautiful hood that is ornamental but is super powerful as well. You are needing something from the pantry. This one is a two-sided. You can get it both ways. Hello, design enthusiasts. This is Anna Gibson with AKG Design Studio, and I'm really excited for you to join us here today with another episode when we're showing you the grand reveal of our project. We are here today in Alexandria, Virginia, and I'm really excited because this is a very unique couple with a bold taste and really needed a fantastic kitchen for their family to function and enjoy their lifestyle. So let's get in and see what's happening. Let's go. Welcome to the brand new entrance of this beautiful house. So this is pretty much your standard layout here in the Virginia. Very basic, not basic, but your split level where you have the entrance and then you have a family room over here. You have stairs going up to one set of rooms, another one going down to a family room. And then this is really the main living area going into the kitchen with a dining room next to it. So we've done several options, several models that look like that. We have our McLean project and McLean bungalow. So make sure you check our old photos and I will connect it to here so you can see how the same layout can look completely different. So let me tell you a little bit more about this project. So our homeowners are a very busy couple with two young kids, but they love cooking together. When we had our first meeting, it was the most adorable thing because when I was done with my appointment with them with the consultation, they already kind of jumped into the cooking, and there was a tiny little island and they were both standing one on each side cooking together. So they really enjoy cooking together, prepping for their young daughters, and really being in the kitchen together. So that's not always the case. A lot of times, me and my husband, I'm doing all the prep, he's doing all the cleaning. And this was different. That's why we always talk about the fact that everybody has a different lifestyle. And this is why we are here to make sure that their spaces fit what is happening in their family. So for their kitchen and for their spaces, we wanted to make sure a couple of things. A, they can cook together. B, that Amanda, she is celiac, and we needed to make sure that her baking area is somewhat separate and she actually have room to do it without cross-contamination for the rest of the family. So the kitchen layout didn't change too much, but we did shuffle things along toward the end now that we have a space to do that. The dishwashers really was in the front door here, which means that you open it, you really barricade and nobody can go in. So we haven't pushed it too far, but we pushed it far enough that you can still open it and still walk around. We gave them amazing custom build farm sink. Everything is made from the same soapstone, including the other sink on the other side. And then moving along, we moved the cooking area a little bit, again, just to create more countertop space, but also this way we can actually have this beautiful hood that is ornamental, but is super powerful as well. We always talk about having very good venting, and that was very important for the homeowners. Of course, you know my love to induction, so we definitely converted them to the induction here as well to help with the smoke, to help with better living and cooking. And then as we move along, remember we talked about this window, and this became the Amanda, this is her baking zone. So let's look at the island. So the island here actually before was not even a real island. It was a piece of furnishing, no electricity, no plumbing, no nothing. It was really just, it was a beautiful piece of furniture, but it was not functional because the previous homeowner put the sink on the other side, which absolutely made no sense. So by taking all that piece out of it, opening it up, it gave us the opportunity to really open the kitchen, create this really nice, beautiful, large island with enough space for two people to still cook, with enough space to go out to the outdoor for the grilling, to have the family, and at the same time to have both homeowner being able to cook here together, and at the same time have the little girls sit on the other side and enjoy their parents cooking. And this is, again, the refrigerator was here, but it was aging, it was old and needed to change, and it did stay somewhat where it is. So now let's jump into some of the amazing features we have in this kitchen. Of course, we have the pantry, we have the paneled refrigerator where you don't really see anything. It's to have the same hardware as the rest of the kitchen, so it looks beautiful and you can't really tell that it actually is the refrigerator. So it's just beautiful. Otherwise, it would have been just a big blob of stainless steel that actually doesn't even fit the space here. But the cool stuff, and I know a lot of you guys saw it on TikTok and everywhere else, is because everything is so tall, this was the perfect spot to do the hidden step stools. And it is, ta-da! And you can go up and reach out everything that you need. And it actually goes both ways. So even if you are needing something from the pantry, this one is a two-sided. You can get it both ways. So this is, a lot of people ask me about that step stool. I usually not a big fan because you can't really move it anywhere. So, but because we have such tall storage in those cabinets over the refrigerator and we have all that, it actually really makes sense to have it in this area. But I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to use it. The homeowner loves it and it's absolutely perfect. So let's close it back up and it's all pushed to close. So that's it and it's all gone. So of course, continue. We have the paneled dishwasher, again, custom paneled. We have the custom farm sink in here, all made out of the soapstone that we selected. The client had the opportunity to go down to the manufacturer and select exactly the slabs that they wanted. And of course, as you can see, the colors turn out absolutely perfect. In here, we do also have custom for the cabinetry. So one of the things we talked about with the homeowner is that he wanted a lot of storage for his pots and pans. And this was this cabinet. So what we did here is we actually have two of these, which are your pots and pan storage. And those, you can move those around so you can get whatever size of pots and pan you want in there. And then we ended up putting two of them. And because there's a room in between, we actually created a space for all the cutting boards and cooking sheets. So that came out just perfect. Again, this is a custom cabinet that we designed. It does not come anywhere like that. So those are some of the items and things and the details that we work with our client. Of course, my favorite pull-ups with all the spices, those pretty much became a standard in our designs. And come along here, and this again looks just your basic drawers, but it's not. So we actually added another drawer dishwasher here in the island. So you don't have to go all the way there when you're doing prep or you fixing something here, or all you got to do is everything can go into the dishwasher, and it's just one drawer or only. That's the Fisher and Paykel, which is my favorite. And of course, you still just have a regular storage drawer under here. And the last item that I wanted to show you, like we said, we talked about, this is the homeowner's, Amanda's baking area. So we want to make sure she has plenty of storage for all the gadgets and everything that she wants to do. We even took advantage of that little wall here to have a little bit more storage for her, and a little bit, like a little fun point of decor. But obviously she can also use it for additional storage if she wants to put some cans of flour and sugar and all that. But of course, we all have those super, super heavy KitchenAid. Moving them all the time is a pain. So we actually added the KitchenAid storage here. It's plugged in the back, so then you don't really even have to worry about moving it, plugging it. You can really just keep it, do whatever you want over here. And then when you're done, you are closing it in here. So this is all about the features. And then now let's jump into beautiful finishes that we have here. All right, let's talk about some of the design element as far as the finishes, because again, this is absolutely fabulous what we're seeing here. So it's all started really with the idea of the clients really like dark, moody spaces. And as you can see, there was a lot of light available in that space. So we were not really worried about that being too dark. And this is the direction that we went. So we knew we wanted greens and dark wood elements, and doesn't make the space feel too dark. And I think if I'm going backwards here a little bit, is the homeowner actually, before we even started to talk about the kitchen, they knew that they wanted a soapstone for their countertop. So this has kind of helped me go back and put everything together around that. And this was a starting point. So we always have that one starting point, whether it's inspiration by the homeowner, whether it's inspiration of something that they have around the house. In this case, I would have to say it was definitely the soapstone. And then after they saw it in person and selected, it was definitely yes. And then we started to work and put everything together around that. So as I said, we have the beautiful soapstone. We have the checkered black and green marble flooring. We have the beautiful custom walnut cabinetry. We have the splashes of the aged brass. And of course, the backsplash. This is absolutely amazing backsplash made by an artist. This is hand put together, so there's no machinery involved, just for the cutting. It took over 14 weeks to get that, and I think the installer did amazing job putting it back together, and it really became the cherry on top. One last design element that I wanted to note is actually, we actually decided to put all the cabinets on legs without a toe kick. Again, this is technically a pretty small space, narrow space. So by putting all the cabinetry on legs without a toe kick, which is not for everybody because not everybody wants to deal with cleaning under the cabinet, it did create a better and much larger look for the space, because the more open space we have, the less cavities and enclosed the space actually looks bigger. So it really just created another final design element. We originally were toying with putting another chandelier here, but if you're standing where you are and looking, it really would have taken away from, like we talked, from the window, from the beautiful custom hood. So we decided just to skip it, go with the recessed light, and then just add this beautiful piece of lighting from Curry & Company over here that, again, just bring the interior and the foliage from the outside right into this home. All right, and before I forget, let me show you the entryway. So because everything is so beautiful and connected, we decided to also redo the entryway. So let me show how that turned out. Of course, we ran the floor. So then when you walk in, you have that grand entrance. And this was your run-of-the-mill, your basic coat closet that doesn't fit anything. It's too small. It was just absolutely a mess. So that was demoed. And then we built this custom sitting area here with drawer for all the kids' shoes, all the stuff for the puppies, so they can just grab it when they're walking out. And then it just created just a beautiful entrance place right now instead of just your regular run-of-the-mill space that really doesn't fit anything. So I'm excited about how all this turned out as well. So again, and this is one of the things that happened, that we start talking about the kitchen and then we realize that our spaces need to be spruced up and make sure that really the house becomes a cohesive space and really fit your lifestyle, and it's all one beautiful area versus having this beautiful kitchen and the rest of the house doesn't really fit the style. So something to think about it, that we always kind of ending up spreading to our areas in the house. So whether it's the kitchen and the dining room, kitchen, dining room, and an entryway, a lot of times when we're doing the bathrooms, it also spread into the bedroom and the closet. So we really can, and we do provide full holistic services and approach to your whole living space and not just for a specific spot. All right, Design Tuesday, thank you for joining me for another episode of Design Tips and Sips. I hope you enjoy it, and I think hopefully it helped you become creative, think about your spaces, what's wrong, what you don't like, what's your pain point, and come up with great ideas of how to redesign your spaces, how to redesign your life so they fit your lifestyle and not the previous homeowner. So if you love what you see, please make sure to subscribe and save, and make sure you follow us. And wherever you're watching, we're everywhere. So we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, Apple, wherever it is you are that you're watching. Please make sure you subscribe, you save us, get notification, watch the episode, and most importantly, share, share, share. Don't keep us a secret. Now, my other thing, if you love what you see, please make sure you comment below. Tell me what you love, what features are missing in your kitchen, in your space, and how we can help you bring that to life. If you want to be on the show, make sure to email me at info@AKG Design Studio. If you would like to work with us, and we work all over the world, make sure you head to our website, akgdesignstudio.com. You can find all the information, set up a call with me, and this way we can work together. So until next time, cheers.